So a lot's gone on in the last 72 hours of the SEC, including a team that has yet to actually become a member of the conference. Texas fires David Pierce. Texas A&M loses by 1 run to Tennessee in the College World Series final. Jim Schlossnagle comes out with a big statement saying he doesn't plan on leaving Texas A&M. He made these sacrifices to come to College Station after an epic run at TCU, touches down on campus, gets his bags, and leaves in the middle of the night for Austin to become the next head coach for the Longhorns, reuniting with Conte. And from that scenario, I think many people can actually understand. Relationships speak volume, and they have been close at the hip for years. But as more information has come out, A&M fans are about ready to lose their mind. And the biggest winner in all of this are the fans who wanted the rivalry between Texas and Texas A&M, because it is back. And it is better than you could even imagine. What's going on, SEC Unfiltered? It's Cole Thompson here. Make sure that you like the video, hit subscribe, and the ring notification. That way you don't miss a single episode of SECU, because we're talking college athletics every single day leading up to week 1 and well throughout the chaotic 2024 season. Make sure you download the podcast version of the show wherever you get your podcast listening systems. You like this type of content? Leave a 5-star review. You hate this type of content? Leave a 1-star review. Make sure that you follow us on all the social channels, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at SEC Unfiltered. Follow me on social media at Mr. Cole Thompson and my own YouTube handle at Mr. Cole Thompson. And to keep up with the #1 content surrounding your favorite conference, make sure that you visit SECUnfiltered.com. This episode is brought to you by RHOBACK. Use promo code SECU for 20% off all joggers, polos, hoodies, shorts, and much, much more. 20% off at RHOBACK.com. Use promo code SECU. The rivalry is back. And by golly, I can only say this as a native Texan, it has enhanced overnight. Because of, yes, losing your coach to the enemy, the team that has been always bragging and boasting and sticking out its chest, we dominate the state, who hasn't even touched down in the SEC yet is showing that they are building something of potential as a conference member, is already a slap in the face. I get it. But more information has been drug out over the last 24 hours. Let's start off with the fact that conversations between Conte and Jim Schlossnagle started between the Georgia series, which means the start of the regular season, through the regional, which means David Pierce already knew that he was probably out of a job if he did not make it out of College Station and to Omaha once again. Let's also throw in the fact that this deal was officially finalized before they even left to go to Omaha and play for a national title. So Jim Schlossnagle, his entire staff, including Max Weiner and everyone else that has been a part of the program for years, already knew, regardless of what happens here, we're going to a new program. We're not going to be able to stick around and celebrate even if we win a title. We're getting paid to go ahead and beat these guys. So we might as well have just fun with it, because what's it matter? This is a team that also was playing injured. They lose their star player and first-round pick, Braden Montgomery, as he slides into home. A day later, they lose their #2 pitcher. He's out for the rest of the season. Hayden Schott's playing injured. Jace Lavalette is playing injured. You have Gavin Grahovic step up. You have Caden Kent step up. All these players are making moves. That way, they are fighting for their brethren. They're playing for the 12th man. And speaking of the 12th man, Ryan Targach, the man who actually got to don number 12, left you in with a little bit more information. After they touched down back in College Station, after they arrived back home, they found out that their coach was leaving on social media like we did. So Schlossnagle didn't even have the common courtesy to tell players, thank you for an incredible year. I appreciate everything that you have done. I appreciate how you fought. You were resilient. You made sure that even though we were playing with one of our arms tied behind our back, you gave me everything you had. But I have to do this. This is something that has been a passion of mine. I know what it is with the enemy, but you don't understand what my relationship is like with Conte. I need to go. No, they found out just like we did. And then, by the way, one player reportedly texted Schlossnagle and he was left on red. If that is not the biggest screw you middle finger pointed up to the sky, I never cared about you, I don't know what the hell is. I genuinely don't. Let's also continue and talk about Richard Zane. Zane is somebody who has been very close in my life. I've known him for years. Reportedly, after Schlossnagle makes the impromptu speech about how that was pretty selfish of him to ask that question, pulls him aside and says, well, this is probably the last time I'm ever going to speak to you. Don't ever talk to me again. Goes after Billy Lucci, who is basically the mayor of College Station whenever it comes to Texas A&M athletics, says, oh, by the way, screw you too, and then immediately shows back up at College Station, not even donning the maroon and white. No, instead he's wearing neutral colors because at this point, what's it matter to him? He didn't win a championship. He also made sure that he wasn't going to be showing any sign of hope and hostility towards this program. So that's already that there. On top of all that, he takes the entire staff with him. So your pitching coach that turned Evan Aschenbeck into one of the top relievers, Ryan Prager into one of the top starters in the SEC, Shane Shadow into a quality number 2, Justin Lampkin into a quality number 3. Yeah, they're all going to Austin. That every single one of them is going to Austin. So literally, it is like saying, hey, I'm running for president on these beliefs, on these morals, on these standards. These are my cabinet members. You have everybody showing up and getting ready to go campaign and be out there and boast why this person is right to lead our country. This person is right to take over. This person has our best interest in mind. And after he is sworn in and he sits down in the Oval Office, he flips the tie around and it is the opposing color. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually just needed the votes to get in. I just need to wait until they fire David Pierce so that way I could take over. And you know what? I completely understand you want to do what's best for you. And I'm not even upset because of when you say and you lie to people talking about how, oh, I don't want the job at Texas A&M, only to take it literally less than a month later. Oh, I don't want the job at Texas, only to take it 24 hours later. But to come up with that BS of a statement, go so emphatically in rage mode, go freaking Hulk on a reporter, and then have that type of attitude, that way to fans. What the hell are you doing, Jim Schlossnagle? Who the hell do you think that you even are? My God, if I have never seen a temper tantrum twitted wit like you, I can't believe that they're even excited to have you in Austin. But naturally, why is this a win? Because we who have grown up in this rivalry, we who have waited since 2012 to bring back the game, we who have wanted to make sure that the score is settled, get back the animosity. Oh yeah, you know what? Texas has Oklahoma. I get it. Red River is always going to carry a lot of weight, and that's just a given. Everyone knows that, and it's been that way since the dawn of time. Like, it's not a Big 12 thing. It's not an SEC thing. It's a reality thing. These are two programs that do not have a care in the world for each other. When the Crimson and Cream and the burnt orange and white walk into the Cotton Bowl, whatever happens, happens. You just got to go ahead and accept it. Roll with the punches. But people kind of forget about the other rivalries. It's kind of like talking about like Alabama and Auburn. Everyone knows the Iron Bowl is a must-see spectacle, especially when it's played at Jordan-Hare. But maybe enough people don't talk about what is Third Saturday in October the way they should. At one point, that was arguably a top 3 rivalry in the sport. And then, unfortunately, Nick Saban came to town, and you had the Terrence Cody play. And after that, you literally saw one opportunity of success. One. And that came in 2022 with Josh Heupel. And you watch the way that those fans treated it. And maybe we get that rivalry back to a new level because if it's an even playing field with Kalen DeBoer coming in Tuscaloosa. Well, that's Texas and Texas A&M. It's that level. It may not be at the national stage what you want it, but those in the Lone Star State know what the Lone Star rivalry is all about. This is high peak Hatfield-McCoy screw you animosity. And on top of all of that, you lied to everybody. You lied to boosters, you lied to your players, you lied to fans, you lied to reporters, you lied to everybody. And you know what? It's one thing to say, I don't have a comment. It's one thing to say, I'm worried about my players that just came off that field for the final time wearing that uniform, and they know that they could have won it. Let's talk about this on a later date. You would have gotten your statement, you would have shown your ass out the door, and people would have been pissed, but at least they would have gotten an answer. But no, you decide to go on your tirade and have this type of malarkey that doesn't fit the quota. And let's just go ahead and also add this into the mix. If you're a Texas fan, embrace the hate. That's the big thing here. People are going to say this is so pro A&M. No, embrace it. That's what made this rivalry so good. You don't sit here and say congratulations to Oklahoma when they win a football game, when they win a baseball championship, when they go to the Final Four in basketball. No, you say screw you. I hope that you get killed by 40 points. Embrace the hate. Do it. Yeah, your little brother. Yeah, you're never going to be up to our level. Yeah, look at us coming into the SEC. We already took your coach. We already have a better football team than you. We already have a basketball team that has been more consistently on point during our tenure in the Big 12, going against a couple national championship programs, if I might say so myself. We're in a good spot. What do you got? Embrace being the villain, because that's what makes this rivalry so well. And for the SEC, you get to see it firsthand. You get to see why every person in College Station or who has the Aggie ring or has chanted the war hymn or has been a part of a midnight yell and has been a part of this cult that you talk about, which literally every single program in college football is a cult. It's just its own entity of a cult. They have on the calendar circled November 30th in big, bold, black letters because they know what this game now means. And as somebody who grew up in the state of Texas, I'm speaking to my native Texans. I'm speaking to the people who remember Thanksgiving nights, not turning on the NFL, but turning on this game. I'm speaking to my native Texans who remember some of the best moments underneath Mac Brown, or even you could throw in Mike Sherman, or you could throw in Dennis Franchione, or you could throw in R.C. Slocum. I'm talking to you. I'm talking about some of the most epic moments, like in 2011 when Justin Tucker, watching as the team that was little brother joined a conference where literally the money was going to be flowing like the River Jordan. And you won, and you got to have the bragging rights. I'm talking to those people. You do realize that this just raised the stakes. You realize that this now has become literally a sole mission, and it's on both sides. Embrace what we are about to have. Embrace what we are about to witness. Embrace what is now going to be dawned on your television screens in front of your fans, in front of your family. Embrace saying saw him off. Embrace saying little brother. Embrace the hostility, the animosity. Embrace being a smartass. Embrace when you win and you shove it down their face. Do all of it, because ladies and gentlemen who don't understand from this rivalry on the outside looking in, this is what peak SEC football is. This is what peak rivalry is all about. This is what moments were made for on Saturdays. And every single time that you get a win, you make sure that they never live it down. I am so excited for this. I am, because if I remember the hostility growing up, I remember hearing from Lofton when everyone said, oh, well, we don't want to play Texas because if they're not going to be a part of the SEC and we're part of the SEC. I remember DeLoss Doss coming out with a statement saying, you know what? We got to make sure that we'll find a way to schedule them. Right now, it's not going to work. And both sides have said, no. You guys are the reason we haven't played this rivalry. No. You guys are the reason we haven't played this rivalry. I know what this is. And my Texas heart cannot embrace or hold back the pure joy that I get to experience of having this game back. And all it did was take the biggest Benedict Arnold that has ever existed in the state to make a move. It's one thing to go ahead and say, you know what, I want to join forces with one of my best friends, work with somebody that I have been close with for years. It's another thing to pull a Tommy Tuberville Pine Box worthy comment and leave faster than he did. This is what makes the rivalry great. This is what makes the game worth watching. This is what we signed up for when we found out that Texas and Oklahoma were coming. All right, we get it back. No. We didn't get it back. We just got it better. Oh, and by the way, anybody who doesn't believe me on this one, let me make this abundantly clear. Both of these schools are going to war. Both of these programs are going straight to the battlefields, and they are not stopping until it is last man standing. It's a good thing that Texas A&M is a military school because, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to war, and they will go until finally the whistle blows. And at that point, they're hopefully coming out on top. But let me know in the comment section down below, do you think that having this rivalry has been enhanced because of Jim Schlossnagle's backstabbing moment? Do you believe that this is going to be one of the best rivalries in the SEC, if not one of the best rivalries in all of college athletics? Make sure that also you like the video, hit subscribe down below, the ring notification, that way you don't miss a single episode. Make sure that also you're following us on all the social channels, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at SEC Unfiltered, at Mr. Cole Thompson. Make sure also you download the podcast version of the show. You like this type of content, leave a 5-star review. You hate this type of content, leave a 1-star review. And to keep up with the #1 content surrounding your favorite team, make sure you visit SECUnfiltered.com. To all Aggie fans, Longhorn fans, anybody who loves the Lone Star Showdown, embrace what we are about to see for the next decade plus. I'm Cole Thompson. Later.